all going to die next month! And there's nothing you can do about it!
And welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Last time, Ryoji left us with the mother of all bombshells, that the world is going to end soon and everyone will die. Or at the very least, everyone is going to become the Lost, and extinction will be soon to follow, since I don't know if you noticed, but the Lost aren't too motivated to do anything. But he has given us a choice. We can either wait out the inevitable, or we can drown him in the dormitory bathtub, and that will cause us to forget that the Dark Hour ever existed, delay the end of the world, and we can just die in a very, very quick and painless fashion. Yeah, that's a pretty hefty decision to have to ruminate on, so Ryoji has given us the most boring month in the game to think about it. Let's get everybody's take on this. Ryoji, crazy bastard. He's gotta be out of his mind spewing all that crap out of nowhere. This is such bullshit, man. I just don't get it. I don't know if there is anything to get, Junpei. An unavoidable end. This can't be happening. I won't accept it. Ken?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I don't feel like talking right now. I don't blame him. I never truly thought about my own life ending. Feels like everything I thought I knew has been destroyed. Fuka. So we're all going to die. No matter how much we want to live, there's no escaping death. Not surprising that she's not motivated to go to Tartarus tonight. I'm not really feeling it either. Yukari? Everyone is going to die? What the hell? We're all just trying to live our lives the best we can. And now what? It's just all gonna end? You gotta be kidding me! Not surprisingly, everybody is not taking this all that well. Aegis, we can't even get her take, because she's just MIA. And indeed, Aegis is going to be missing for the vast majority of this month, so I'm going to have to get a spare party member in Persona 3 Portable. That's a bridge we're going to have to cross when we get to it. I'm going to play an arcade game. Quick game of Street Fighter doesn't solve all of life's problems, but it makes me feel a little bit better in the moment. Right, left, right, uppercut. I dominated the opponent. That guy doesn't even know that he's gonna die in a month. I can hear people talking. I heard some people saying that apathy syndrome is nothing to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard the same thing. They're saying it puts people at ease, right? You think it's some kind of new religion? I think I get what they mean, though. That's weird. No way, are you seriously falling for that? It's all a scam. Some people seem to be embracing the idea of becoming one of the Lost. I feel like that timing's a little too convenient. Regardless, the first bell is rung. Now, if we talk to Elizabeth today, we will find that, of course, as is typical for the new months, we have a bunch of new requests available. Well, maybe not too many, but some that are, that weren't there previously. Got 3 new requests. Now, one that we can turn in right away is a Persona with Auto Maraku. Very easy. Nice, some Debilitator Sutras. That hits an enemy with every single Unda buff, so Rakunda, Tarunda, and Secunda. Very good. Also, a Christmas present. Huh. Christmas has brought good cheer to everyone recently. I hear you may even receive a present during this period.
Yes.
A figure called Santa supposedly flies all over the world, giving gifts to those considered nice. However, I have yet to receive mine. I believe he must have forgotten, or worse, misplaced it. May I trouble you to pick up my present from this Santa? Okay, well, that's an interesting quest. We gotta find Santa and see if we can get Elizabeth's present from him. Now, if I were Santa, where would I be if I was in a fictional Japanese city? Perhaps checking out the Iwatodai Station strip mall will yield us some clues. There's Mamoru over there, just waiting for us. I'm not seeing any Santa over here. We've got to continue our search for Santa. Yeah, we actually don't come... Oh, wait, never mind. The camera panned up there and let me see him. So, looks like we've got a mysterious Santa Claus-like fellow over there. Or at the very least, a guy with an exclamation point over his head, indicating he might have something for us. Hey there. This may seem sudden, but do you want to be Santa? Oh, what do you mean? Well, just between you and me, I'm the Santa who makes kids' wishes come true on Christmas. Well, can't really tell when I'm dressed like this. I'm actually looking for someone to help me with my merry duties right now. It's a special job, but we're always short on staff. What do you say? Want to give it a try? I'll do it. Great, let's get on with it. But first, one question for you. Can you show me proof you've done something good for the world? Something good I've done for the world? If I rescue someone from somewhere dangerous, maybe he'll acknowledge my deed. Come to think of it, I received a thank you letter from a missing person I rescued. Is there something you want to show me? I showed the person claiming to be Santa a thank you letter. I see, so you rescued a missing person. Putting yourself on the line to help others is not something everyone can do. Fantastic. You passed the test. Here, take this. Hey, we get a Santa hat. Congratulations, you're now a certified Santa. Apprentices only get the hat, though. So, right off the bat, here's your first task. Deliver this to someone who needs it. Okay, we'll give the Christmas present to someone who needs it. This year's work is pretty much taken care of already. You can start working hard for next year. Well, I'll see you when the time comes around. Merry Christmas! I wish I could say it's Christmas in July, but I'm recording this in August. Missed my window. If I was working a little bit harder on this LP, maybe I could have made that timing a little bit more fortunate. Oh well, regardless. Oh, is there something I can assist you with? Well, Elizabeth, I just wanted to let you know. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. So you finally brought my Christmas present. Then without further ado, Elizabeth took not the present, but the Santa hat. Put it on. I see. One must first become Santa before partaking in Christmas. I suppose that experience itself is the most valuable gift of all, is it not? I brought an actual gift, too. Oh, is that so? My apologies. However, I've taken quite a liking to this hat, so you may have the present. Consider it a Christmas present from the one and only Elizabeth Claus. Okay, and hey, an incense box. Interesting. Please take this as your reward. And we get some rubies as well. Well, that was a fun little diversion. Now, if you want just picture proof that the end of the world is coming, we're left with Kenji as one of our main options for spending our time today. Zeller, if you got time, can we talk? Yeah, sure. I happen to have a magician persona that I conveniently pulled out of the compendium when I went to go play an arcade game. Good with ramen, right? Yeah, let's do ramen. Alright, good with me.
Hey man, I was gonna wait to tell you this until we sit down to eat, but I've decided to go to Kyushu with Emiri, so this'll be the last time we have ramen together. Emiri? Who's that she's with?
I didn't think he'd get so serious about it. He's just a kid. He must have misunderstood. I did it for my own track record as a teacher. He should be grateful. Seems like he's the one who spread the rumors, and now other students are...
Just a little longer. We'll celebrate our wedding soon enough.
I can't wait.
Emiri. So, I guess today was the day she was leaving. I had no idea. I was so excited about going with her that I...
Well, it would be kind of funny to laugh at him, but, you know what, let's posture a little bit. Stand back, Kenji, I'll handle this.
It's fine, I'm okay. Thanks though, man. It's not Emiri's fault anyway. I screwed things up, not her. Why, Emiri? Why? Now my nose is running. Thanks. If you weren't here,
Tomochika is trying to tough out the pain. I feel like our relationship is stronger. Man, only Nostradamus could have seen this one coming. Regardless, that's enough to get us to rank 9 for the Magician Social Link. I honestly feel kind of bad for Kenji's teacher. She was just trying to help him, and now Kenji has created all sorts of unsavory rumors about her. I kind of wish Emiri was someone we actually met directly within the Social Link, just so we could get a feel for what kind of person she is and how this kind of miscommunication could happen. But, oh well.
let's go.
I decided to walk home with Tomochika. Oh, hey. So, what if everything yesterday was all just some crazy dream, you know? Probably not, though, huh? I wish, Junpei. I really, really wish. As you can see, we've got quite a few of our friends to talk to tonight, so let's get to it. I think everyone is going to need some time to process everything. It was also sudden. But we should still go through everything we know. Do you want to go over it together? Can we avoid the fall? He said it's impossible. Nyx is death itself, so we can't avoid it or defeat it. Anything else you can say? What if we let Ryoji live? If we let Ryoji-kun live, we'll have to face Nyx, and apparently Nyx is undefeatable. It's so unfair.
Sorry.
Let's see. And what if we kill Ryoji? The coming of the fall may be delayed by a little, but our memories related to the Dark Hour will disappear. Maybe the easiest way, but I don't think that I want that. Yeah, I don't know. We've grown so much and seen so much. Well, we'll have to make a decision, but I don't want to run away. I feel you. With everything going on, I don't think we'll be able to go to Tartarus for a while. I need to sort my thoughts, too. Oh, but did you want to ask me something? Well, Surgeon Persona users? According to Ryoji-kun, the reason there are more Persona users is because of your existence. You came here with Ryoji-kun inside you, bringing us all together, along with the shadows that have been dispersed to different locations. Interesting. Let's see, my existence. From what Ryoji-kun said, 10 years ago you happened to be present when Aigis and Ryoji-kun were fighting. Aigis couldn't defeat Ryoji-kun, so you decided to seal him inside you. To have such a thing done to you. I wonder what could have happened if we were more honest about the existence of Pharos. We never really tried to reveal him after we hinted at his existence to Yukari. We just kind of kept that to ourselves. 12 shadows reviving. When you moved here, Ryoji-kun began to awake from inside you, and the 12 shadows started making their move. Well, that's something we already knew, but... let's see, we should organize the information we already have. Is there anything you want to go over? Well, what happened to Aigis? I want to know what's going on with her. After the incident, Aigis was taken to the laboratory. The researchers are tending to her, but with the injuries she sustained, it's going to take a while. It's nice that Mitsuda refers to them as injuries and not just like damage or malfunctions. You know, treat her like an actual person. Why did Aigis dislike Ryoji? Granted, we're being kind of sardonic when we ask that. We know damn well why she disliked him. Aigis may have lost her memories of the battle she waged with Ryoji Mochizuki 10 years ago, but some part of her must have still detected that he was a shadow, an incredibly strong shadow that she had faced once before. And why does Ryoji look human? That is an excellent question. Ryoji Mochizuki is a shadow, the same shadow that Aigis sealed inside you 10 years ago. Over those 10 years, the shadow changed as a result of being held within a human. Eventually, it gained the appearance and characteristics of a human being itself, and those human characteristics are what influenced it to give us a choice. I wonder if Ryoji's general personality, demeanor, backstory, all that is just an extension of the protagonist himself, sort of like a copy. I was hoping this was all just a bad dream. I remember the other time I wished everything was a dream. Junpei, what do you got for us? Stupid Ryoji, saying the world is going to end out of nowhere. What the hell does he mean by the appraiser anyways? Junpei is definitely not taking this well. Akihiko, we have to stay calm. If we panic, we won't be able to make the right choice. First, we should go over all the information we have. Alright, so the Shadow's purpose, Akihiko. Shadows are pieces of Nyx, and their sole reason of existence is to revive her. And, alright, what's the appraiser? The appraiser is the one who summons Nyx. The appearance of the appraiser is a sign that the fall is near, and all humans will become members of the Lost. I guess everything that's happening right now is just the beginning. And who is Nyx? According to Mochizuki, it was Nyx who brought the concept of death to this planet. Nyx will turn every human being into a member of the Lost, and because the Lost cannot survive without someone taking care of them, everyone will die. Not even a quick and painless death. So, not really much we can do tonight. By the way, I just do appreciate, like, this extensive amount of dialogue everyone has to say. I feel like a lot of people miss that the members of C's just have so much to say to you on so many different nights, and their dialogue updates so regularly. I've mentioned this a couple times before, but that's why I like to talk to them and check out what they have to say. Koromaru? A familiar pet brush is at Koromaru's feet, but we don't really have anything else to do, so I think, just to de-stress, both him and I, let's do a few brushies here. Okay, Koromaru seems pleased. I brushed him as thoroughly as I could. And with his shiny and smooth coat, he decides to give us a little gift. And hey, a free Mad Bull. Not exactly the best thing in the world, but hey, I'll take it. Thank you, Koromaru. I played with Koromaru for a while before heading back to my room. Dude, there's nothing going on this week in Portable. Yeah, there is not too much for us to do in Portable this week, as unlike previous exam lead-up weeks in Portable, our school social links, for whatever reason, for this one specifically, are not available. So Mitsuru is not available to hang out with in Portable, and the only social link we have coming up is some time with Akinari on Sunday, who we haven't been seeing much of in Portable recently, since Ryoji has been hogging up some of the Sunday time. So I figured, since we don't have much going on in Portable to begin with, we're going to check out something that I've been meaning to check out for a while, but I'll be just real with you, I've been forgetting about this constantly. So you remember way back when, during summer vacation, when Mr. Edogawa was offering to give additional lessons on the Arcana after he gave his last speech for the summer school session. Well, you can follow up on that at any time you want. So anytime between then and the end of the game, you can go in for some lessons. And he has a few lessons. Like, why is there going for no... Oh, I get it. For a second, I thought this said going for no lesson, do nothing. But yeah, this is if you just want to, get medicine if you are sick, which we don't need anymore. We're going to go in for a lesson, though. So, these are completely optional to do. You never have to check these out. These are purely for fun if you want to learn some more about tarot by proxy of Persona 3. What brings you to the nurse's office? You've come for a supplementary lesson. You're quite the promising pupil. Perhaps this one may. Pay no mind to the mutterings of a kindly nurse. I feel I must ask, do you have your own deck of tarot cards? Don't lie. I can smell them on you. Do you consult them regularly? If you own a deck and don't use it, it's a shameful waste. Though while we're on the subject, why not a detailed lesson on the use of tarot? I warn you, it's a complicated subject and will take some time. Do you want to hear it? For sure, for sure. Very well then, your fate is sealed. Today we'll examine the most common use of the tarot, reading one's fate. Or, as it's more commonly known, fortune-telling. For now, let's keep the simple one-card spread, where you draw and interpret a single card. It will suffice for learning the basic methods of the tarot. Now, a quick word on the deck. For best results, you'll want to use all 78 cards. But for today's explanation, we'll limit ourselves to the 22 major arcana. The procedure for telling fortunes via the tarot goes like so. Shuffle, cut, spread, and read. That means mixing them all up, putting them in a pile, lining up the drawn cards, and examining them. When I say spread, I refer to how they will be presented. It's a concept I'll come back to several times. I nearly forgot about the necessary preparation before handling the cards. Before one begins a tarot reading, one's mind must be calm. Try to unify your consciousness while relaxing it at the same time. You must also keep in mind the goal of your reading so as to avoid wishful thinking clouding the result. Once you're relaxed, we'll begin. Place the cards face down on the table to hide the pictures. Then the client of the reading will shuffle, or mix, the cards. If you're reading your own fortune, then you perform this step yourself. The most common method is to spread them on the table, mixing them in a circular motion with your left hand. The left hand is the agent of the subconscious mind, you see. Though, if you're clumsy or lost a hand or what have you, you can use either or both hands. It all depends. When the client is satisfied, make a single pile which completes the shuffling phase. And by pile, I mean a neat, orderly stack. Now, on to cutting the deck. Split the stack you've made into 3 piles, each one roughly the same height. Normally, the client also performs the cut, but the fortune teller is free to perform this step as well. Just let the spirit move you. It may be your own feelings, and it may be occult inspiration. Reorganize the 3 piles in the order of your choice, and stack them into 1 pile again. Once this is complete, the reader should take the pile. Be very careful on this step. You must preserve the direction that the cards originally faced. If the client is someone else, turn the pile so the cards face the same direction that they were facing. And now it's finally time to draw a card. This is the spread phase. We're doing a 1-card spread, so turn over the top card and place it on the field to the side. In some methods, you specify which card from the top, but that's outside of this lecture. The card on the field provides the answer to the client's question. Now at last, the reading phase. First, we must understand the card's meaning. What the card represents depends on if it's reversed or not. You do remember that much, yes? There are a few exceptions, but in general, a reversed card is negative and has a different meaning. Once you understand the drawn card's meaning, apply it to your question. Let inspiration rise to the surface of your mind, and, well, form a story around it. I'll say it once more. Form a story around it. A story, I say! A story! Your story! Ow! Excuse me, I went too far. Regardless, simply telling the client the card's meaning isn't considered a true reading. Using the clue derived from the card, the reader must use his inspiration to look into the client's future. It's important to converse with the client as well, to assist with your inspiration. Tarot is about both reading the cards and reading people. Should I be saving this for posterity? What's that? Each card's meaning? Didn't I hand out notes on that before? If you lost them, I can't help you. Research that information on your own time. Well, I think that's enough of an explanation for today. Yes, one more thing. Always seal your inspiration after the fortune has been told. Say farewell to the cards, for instance, or imagine cocooning yourself in a sleeping bag. If you don't seal your inspiration, it may draw unwanted attention. Talking so much at once is quite draining. Run along home now. Mr. Edogawa's lecture is over. Hey, you don't know the half of it, Edogawa. Anyways, I figured this was as good a time as any to at least delve into a little of this, and we'll probably just stick to getting these lessons in Portable, because, well, this is not going to be an uncommon situation we're going to be finding ourselves in for the rest of Portable, because we have exhausted most of the social links in the game. Regardless, I'm not going to overwhelm this one video with too many lessons, so we'll just do one more later in the video. As for what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my time in Persona 3 Portable, obviously I'll be visiting Akinari on Sunday, but otherwise I am just going to be playing arcade games to pump up the Personae that I have in my stock, so I think I'll get to that now. I can hear people talking. Did you hear about Mochizuki-kun in Class 2F? His parents got transferred again, so he won't be around anymore. Oh my god, really? So that's why I was absent yesterday. Who would have thought he'd managed to fit in so quickly in just 1 month? Talk about mysterious. I wonder if that's a story that Ryoji himself came up with, or if that was something Mitsuru cooked up. Well, the end of the world may be due, but that's no reason to neglect our allies. Come on, Mitsuru, let's spend some time together. If that's the case, there's a place I wanted to stop by on the way back. It's nice to see that she's so cool under pressure. I guess that's why we have a lot of faith in her capabilities. She's sort of the co-leader of Seas with us. Thank you. It's over at the strip mall, so it shouldn't take long to get there. It piqued my interest a while ago, but I could never bring myself to go alone.
Interesting. So this takoyaki doesn't contain an entire octopus, but only a small portion. I mean, that does make sense. The entire creature would be far too large for a single person. Sometimes my own ignorance truly astounds me.
Hey, come on, why not give it a try, Mitsuru?
Seeing is believing, I suppose. Excuse me, one piece of takoyaki, please. What? Oh, they're only sold in multiples? How generous. So I'll receive an entire tray for this price. So it's filled with diced octopus. Interesting. There's a mild sourness combined with the chewy texture of the seafood. Quite flavorful. Are there other ingredients mixed in? In any case, it's quite good. C'est très bon. That reminds me, Akihiko once mentioned this place. Speaking of Akihiko, don't you think he's been acting differently lately? I can't place my finger on it, but I've known him for quite a long time. It feels like something's changed. Maybe he's just maturing.
Are you happy about that? I know Akihiko caused you a lot of headaches early in the game, and probably for as long as you've known him.
Of course I'm happy. With all that we've been through, it can be difficult to get over what's happened in the past. But Akihiko is using his experiences to make himself stronger. I'm quite impressed by that. When I look at Akihiko, I can't help but reflect upon my own life.
It's the most peculiar feeling.
You know, personally, I think Mitsuru and Akihiko are probably soulmates, but I feel like she would take umbrage with that if I just said it out loud, so why don't we just say it's a little bit of anxiety on her part.
Anxious? You may be right. Maybe a part of me is panicking because I feel like I'm being left behind. Oh, sorry, don't mind me.
Mitsuru seems to have a lot on her mind. I feel like our relationship has grown. And indeed it has. Our numerical ranking for this relationship is 3 currently. We're rapidly making progress on this after a slightly late start in Reload, and we actually don't have that much else to do, so we are going to be seeing a lot of Mitsuru in the near future.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. Sorry to subject you to my thoughtless rambling. Just forget I said anything.
Oh, come on. But I heard nothing.
Thank you. That takoyaki was absolutely delicious. We should eat here again sometime.
I decided to go back to the dorm. Yeah, that's not the first time in the Mega 10 series I've seen just like an upper crust character learning about the deliciousness of takoyaki. I remember that was like a gag with Yamato in Devil Survivor 2. Do you suppose? No, never mind. There's no point in asking such things. Are you scared, Mitsuru? No, I don't think scared is the right word. I just can't seem to comprehend all that has happened. I thought I'd become stronger after dealing with what happened to my father, but... yeah, how do you even come to terms with something like this? It's a lot to grapple with for anyone. Let's get the new dialogue for tonight. Thinking about it isn't going to change anything, so I'm going to train. That's all I can do at this point. So, Junpei chillin' here? Yeah, he's chillin'. Let's see what Fuka's up to. I wanted to hear Natsuki-chan's voice, so I called her. She could tell that I was worried about something and asked me what was wrong. But how could I tell her the world's going to end soon? I just don't know what to do. We need to have a sit-down about this at some point, I think. Ryojikin said that the unification was interrupted. That was probably from what my dad did, huh? My dad stood up to the fall back then, so now it's my turn. Bit of a brutal legacy to be hoisted upon you, Yukari. And another connection with Mitsuru. They compare and contrast in a lot of ways, I've noticed. Ikutsuki and my grandfather both accepted the fall as the rightful fate of the world. They didn't believe the world was worth saving. What destroyed their hope for the future? Again, just something that we're gonna have to think on. Well, for now, again, all there really is for us to do is just go out and play arcade games. I'm just gonna funnel some magic into Black Frost, cause why not? Experiencing a powerful, mystical tarot reading, it seems my spiritual power has increased. There we go. Black Frost is loving this. And of course, we can't forget Tanaka's amazing commodities. If nothing else, we can always count on this being here for us, can't we? Today we're introducing a luxury fruit basket set. You know those expensive fruits you normally can't afford? Well, do we have a good deal for you today? First up, we have the Hogyoku apple. And they come in a bundle of 3. These fine apples can't be found at any old market. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. But wait, there's more. We'll throw in this Aranya mandarin too. Guess how many? 2! All this for just 14,800 yen. This is a special limited product, available today only. You heard right, today only. Why not? Even today it just doesn't feel the same. It hits different, Next time we'll be introducing an exam study set. Don't miss it. That's it for today. We're all sold out. Sorry folks. We'll see you next Sunday, same time, same channel. The shopping program is over. Hey, Mamoru, you wanna go for a jog or something? I could use it to take my mind off of things. Zeller, I wish I could grab a bite with you today, but I can't. I actually need to talk to you. You mind joining me? Yeah, sure, no problem, man. Let's spend time with Hayase. Thanks, I owe you one. Let's head somewhere else. Maybe the shrine.
Thanks for coming all the way here for this.
Hey, no problem at all, man. What are friends for?
Glad to hear that. I wanted someplace quiet to talk. I just came from the hospital. After this, I have to pick my sister up from preschool, go shopping, cook dinner, do laundry. There's still so much I have to do.
Sounds pretty rough. This is such a... Sorry, that just seems like such a douchey thing to say.
It sure is. But I can handle it. My mom had to do all this every single day. Remember how I told you I had a chance to win that scholarship? Turns out I can't practice anymore. I just don't have the time for it. Besides, even with the scholarship, we still can't afford college. I mean, we don't even have enough to survive. I already lost Dad, and now Mom can't work. It's up to me to earn a living. I have no choice but to give up track. Why'd you have to die, Dad?
I don't know what to say. The only thing I really can say is this isn't your fault, Mamoru. You just gotta roll with it. But hey, you got friends, remember.
I wish I could have taken you on one last time. I just wanted to run one more time. One last run at some big event. Just one more time. Is this really how it ends for me?
Hey, life is long and it's a constant stream of setbacks. You can't give up at just one speed bump. Don't give up yet.
You're right. I've come too far to give up now. I'm gonna compete. Even if it's my last time, I want to win. I've dedicated most of my life to track and field. It's time to put everything I've learned to the ultimate test. I'm glad we could talk. Everything feels a lot clearer now. Because of you. I have something to aim for. Thanks, man.
I helped Hayase figure himself out. I feel like we're getting closer. And indeed, not a very lucky rank 7, but rank 7 regardless.
Oh, crap. My sister's probably waiting for me. See ya.
I parted ways with Hayase and went back to the dorm. Oh, it's you. Sorry, I was just thinking. I was wondering if I meet Shinji again someday, what would he say to me? What would he say, Akihiko? You'd know way better than I would. I bet he wouldn't say anything. He'd just punch me in the face before either of us has a chance to speak. He's got a strong right hook, so I'm sure it hurt. Well, at least he's a straightforward kind of guy. And once again, we've got more dialogue and more opportunities to brush Koromaru. Can we do anything at all? This is just so difficult. Sorry, I shouldn't expect you to have an answer ready for everything. How are you holding up, Junpei? Ryoji, he just up and disappeared. After dropping that huge bomb about the world ending and us having to make a decision by New Year's Eve. What the hell, man? This ain't funny. Junpei's taking this extra hard. He was good friends with Ryoji. They hit it off really well, so I can imagine. Can't seem to calm down. Damn it. What can we do? It feels so weird. We're just going about our business, and everybody else is, having a rough time. I just got a report from the laboratory. They are optimistic that Aegis can be fully repaired. However, they are unsure as to how long it may take. Oh, I see. But she was seriously damaged, so I'm just relieved to hear that they can fix her at all. Yeah, me too. Hope she can come back soon, though. We could definitely use the help. I was thinking about what Strega has been saying this whole time. It reminds me a little of what Ryoji-kun was talking about, so they must have known something about the fall. So frustrating. It feels like we're being laughed at. There's nothing we can do about it now. Let's just concentrate on Nyx. I wonder what Ryoji-kun is doing right now. He actually seemed the most upset about the world coming to an end. I can't help worrying about him, too.
Right.
That's right. He doesn't wish for the fall to happen either. I'm sure he wants the same thing we do. It's gotta be rough. It was probably easy when he was little more than a force of nature, but now he has, well, humanity. Man, I knew the numbers of lost were ticking up and up, but there's just so many of them now. Again, like, this can't just be a coincidence. Well, if we are heading for a fight, maybe a good idea to work on my combo strings here. I mean, it might translate into an actual combat encounter.
morning.
Things have been pretty crazy lately, huh? No one's in the mood to talk either. It's understandable. I mean, how do you even react to this? It keeps coming back to that. Like, what do you even think in a situation like this?
Yeah.
I just can't stop thinking about it, even when we still have to do our best at school.
That's why.
It's December already. It's almost the end of the year. Let's not ruin our last month of this year with laziness, okay? Well, that's right. Exams start next Monday, though didn't we just have them not too long ago? The material on the exam begins on page 160, and we'll include today's lesson as well. Let's see, how about we go over the definition of allotropy? The property of certain elements that can exist in two or more forms that are chemically identical, yet physically discrete. Does that make sense? Well, allotropy is very common. More common than you might think. Like oxygen, for example. Let's see if you know what I'm talking about. Cellar. What's the name of the stratospheric layer of molecules comprised of 3 oxygen atoms? Well, that would be the ozone layer, of course.
Correct.
Wow, good job. I'm sure you'll do fine on the exam. The oxygen molecule is vital to humanity in general, but the ozone allotrope in particular is necessary for life on Earth. You are aware that the ozone layer absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiation, right? Sadly, due to the destruction of our climate, there's less and less ozone protecting us. I probably have nothing to worry about, but you kids might. We need to be more environmentally friendly for the sake of all life on this planet. I answered correctly. Everyone in the class is looking at me with respect. I wish that translated to a brighter future for us, but we don't even know if we're gonna have a future. Perhaps this is a silly thing to say, but I hope you like Mitsuru, because we're going to be hanging out with her for the rest of this video. I have to visit the library today to study up on business administration and management. If you aren't too busy, perhaps you could help me? For sure, for sure. We've always got time to help you with the library, Mitsuru. Thanks, I appreciate it. That said, I'm certain I know where to find what I'm looking for. It shouldn't take up too much time. Truth be told, asking you to come along was just an excuse. I hope we'll have some time to chat afterwards.
You know, there's not much time left for us to spend like this. In just a short while, we'll be looking back on these days with nostalgia.
Well, oh, hold on, let me see my answer key. That's sorry, this seems like an inappropriate thing to ask, all things considered. I feel like they're expecting you to get to this point in the link earlier than finding out that the world is going to end, which I don't think you actually have the time to do. Well, regardless, if something happened, Mitsuru.
No, I'm probably just tired. It's nothing you need to worry about. Since my father passed away, I've been faced with a number of complicated issues. My inheritance, the future of the Kirijo group, and the expectations of everyone involved with both. It's possible I won't be going to college or starting a career. I may need to walk a different path. Say, what does marriage mean to you?
It's all about love, baby.
That's a straightforward answer. However, I'm a Kirijo. I can't let my feelings tug me around when making these decisions. An agreement between two parties, such as marriage, takes careful consideration. My parents' marriage was arranged for strategic reasons, but as time passed, they slowly grew to honestly love each other. I don't think they were unhappy with their lives. Love can take many different forms. Am I wrong about this?
Well, that is a tough one, I gotta say. This seems like an inappropriate thing to ask, all things considered. At the very least, a little forward.
If I could speak with my father one last time, I would ask him directly.
I lent an ear to Mitsuru. I feel like our relationship has grown. And indeed, it has grown to the point where we can say we've got number 4 on it.
Looks like we ended up staying until closing time. Talking in the library. I'm not setting a very good example as student council president. We should go.
We left the library and returned to the dorm. hello. Why don't we all try to cheer up a little? Yeah, probably a good idea, Fuka. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm actually the one who's most uneasy right now. It's okay, it's okay. Nobody can expect anything more of you than what you can manage in a situation like this. Nobody upstairs, but we once again have a whole bunch of dialogue to get. You make a schedule so you can achieve a goal. Without a future, a training schedule is pointless. Damn it, I don't know what to do. Junpei?
Wait, serious?
Figures. I finally learned something about myself. Now I'm gonna die. This is probably what Chidori meant when she said she was afraid. Chidori, I think I finally get it now. I don't think she ever wanted you to understand that feeling. Everyone at school is just going about their day as if nothing's wrong. They think everything's normal. Must be nice. Is that what being happy is like? Ignorance is bliss, I guess. Fuka? Oh, whoops. Not gonna look at those books. I don't usually feel this way, but I'm kind of glad we have exams soon. Because when I'm studying, I don't have to think about what'll happen to us. That's grim. We have to make such a difficult decision. Could you ever imagine that we'd be in this situation? Not in a million years, no.
Right.
Neither could I. But regardless of it's happening, we must decide what we are going to do about it. And Yukari? Everyone's been thinking about the decision we have to make. Have you given it any thought? I've been trying to. Yeah, me too. It's not an easy decision to make. Well, only one thing I can think to do tonight. That was an impressive counter hit, but it's just not, this is also, excuse the pun, hitting different. Maybe it would help shake off the general malaise if we did a little FES montage right now. And it's a new moon cycle, so it's a good opportunity to go around, talk to everybody, and see what's going on. Scheduling first, though. Today, on 12-4, we're going to be maxing out Bebe, and then we're going to be hanging out with Mamoru a lot. We'll also be maxing out Akinari on 12-6. But we'll be hanging out with Mamoru on 12-5, and then we need to do that. He won't rank up that day. We'll hang out with him again on 12-7, which is the Monday. That will get him a rank up. Hang out with him again on Tuesday, which again, no rank up there. But after that, we will be maxing him out on Wednesday. Afterwards, I will be giving Yukari a relationship fortune. Then, well actually, within the scope of this video, we won't be doing anything else, but we'll also be checking out Nozomi. Remember, we've got exams coming up, so we really do not have that much else to do at this point in time. That's neither here nor there, though. What we should be doing now is talking to people, so let's see what everybody around has to say. So many things happened during the school trip. People got all crazy and did things they normally wouldn't do. For example, peeking at girls in the hot springs. That wasn't you, was it? Hey, come on, what are you saying? Hey, lighten up. I was just joking. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm an innocent party, okay? Junpei over here. There's no way I can concentrate on school now, man. Let's get going. Yeah, still bringing it down a little bit. Dude, I was looking forward to meeting some babes on that trip, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Our school has the hottest chicks anyway. Hey, looking on the bright side there, my friend. I hate my stupid parents! They said anyone who doesn't graduate from a 4-year college has no future. That's discrimination against the undereducated. Oh, true. You agree, right? I'm not going to back down to them this time. This girl firing off the truth nukes, jeez. Oh boy. Anyways, there's the guy we're going to be hanging out with today, but we'll come back to him later. Mitsuru-senpai has cheered up a little, which is good, but I still feel awkward. I couldn't help her at all. Hey, you'll have your chance, don't worry. Anyway, career experience the other day was so boring. Just the same stuff, over and over again. I should have just ditched. I would have had more fun sitting in class and doing nothing. I'm not about that working life either, but I wasn't really about that school life either, so... Career experience, that's all about, like, seeing for yourself what a real job is like, right? I'm doing a part-time job already, though. It's a secret to the school, but I already know everything I need to know how to enter society. How can they make us work for free? If I remember correctly, like, you need, like, in Japan, you need, like, a permit from your school to have a part-time job. Little, sneaky going on here. Hey, Odin Juice Girl, you got anything new to say? I saw an old man pick a persimmon from the tree. Oh, come on, you always say that. You feel like she'd have a bit more now that we've struck up a bit of a rapport with our shared love of rare drinks, or at least her assumption that we have a shared love of rare drinks. The other day I saw something weird on the internet. It was a high school chemistry forum that said they put a container of water in the middle of the school. They dropped in 1 mole of sodium and caused a huge explosion. Too bad it wasn't filmed. I would have liked to see it. Sounds like they were trying to do their own little Mythbusters thing. Let me guess, waiting for your boyfriend? I'm waiting for my boyfriend. We're going to the sweet shop at the strip mall. Man, that wasn't even an interesting little bit of background information. Come on. I gave up trying to learn about the observatory. Actually, I learned that there's nothing to learn about it. I just can't believe the school built that thing. I mean, why would it? Why build it if no one's going to use it? Again, this guy he's sniffing the strangers. I kind of wish the observatory was an area he actually could see, instead of just having to hear about it by proxy. A friend of mine just died. He always wanted to become an astronaut. He said to me, even when I die, I'll always watch out for you. I'll remember him every time I look up at the night sky. In my heart, he's a great astronaut. Oh, that's sad. I got back together with my friends. Now I can concentrate on this. Okay. Your daughter is looking wonderful lately. She came over to say hi to me and I didn't recognize her. Is she getting married, or did she just get a boyfriend? No, it's nothing like that. You see that Chagall coffee shop next to the club? My daughter said that just drinking their coffee increased your charm. It's pheromones or something. I have plenty of personal experience with that. That guy who's been following me, is he blushing? Am I in trouble? Where is the mysterious stalker man? Oh, there he is. He's just trying to hide behind nose of me. Hey man, what should I do? Every time I look at her, she seems prettier. I'll have to be happy with just looking at her. Looks like he's realizing that it's not gonna happen. Ouch, still hurts. Well, what happened? I was a little tipsy yesterday at midnight and ended up at the gang spot. I thought kids were too cool to steal from middle-aged men now, but they beat me until I could barely talk anymore. What kind of society is so vicious to its weaker element? I feel like I've lost the will to live. Oof, this guy might be due for a bit of apathy syndrome. It's cold. Let's hold hands or something. Nothing. Forget about what I just said. I was about to tell him okay, but all of a sudden he pulled his hand away. Did I do something wrong? Nah, he's just shy. That symbol wasn't here before. Weird. Huh. That's got me curious. Well, probably nothing we need to be concerned about. How about you over here, friend? I heard the Gekkagon class trip was the other day. School life. I got a little jealous. Puts me in the mood to watch those teeny bopper love flicks. Whatever happened to that genre of movies anyway? Hey, are you gonna go back to your family? Thanks. I feel better now. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Hey man, how you doing? Those people in town are like statues, though they don't stop the trains or cause any trouble. I prefer them to the gangs at that spot. I don't know, I mean, at least the gangs are lively. Man, there's so many apathy syndrome people around. Yeah, dude, it's all about self-confidence. We don't gotta worry about them anymore. They're long gone, dude. I'm guessing he's talking about Strega. But those 2, or 3, whatever, thought they were king shit. The way they strutted around here in those messed up clothes, they had to think like that, or they would never been able to do the stuff they did. I gotta say, Takaya walking around openly with a revolver, kind of interesting for a place that is notoriously strict about guns as Japan is. I accidentally fell asleep in class, but the teacher didn't get mad at all. So why'd he get upset when I ditched sports day practice that time? I don't get it. I feel like that teacher lacks confidence in his own teaching ability. Hey, are you the reporter lady? When I was looking into Mr. Kirijo's death, there was one thing that bothered me. The chairman of the board, Shuji Ikutsuki, he was found dead with Mr. Kirijo at the observatory. And he's known Mr. Kirijo since they were in the Kirijo group together. I wish I could put my finger on it. You're unraveling a little bit of occultic and corporate conspiracy. My daughter was arrested. They said she was ditching school to go shopping. I was so tired from my late shifts that I had to beg my wife to go get her instead. I wish they could understand what I'm going through and let me sleep at home. That's a situation I don't want to get involved in. Man, it's so weird. These little symbols, sigils, graffiti, they're just popping up everywhere now. I wonder what it could all mean. Hey, girl. My mom is saying all this weird stuff. Something about the end or the deliverance or something. I don't understand adults. Sounds like some people are cluing in to what Ryoji was talking about. It's getting cold. I can just go inside. I wonder about him. There's a lot of warm places around here, but is he really gonna be okay? This cat'll make it, kid. As long as you watch out for him in any way that you can. And of course, we've also got Tanaka's amazing commodities in addition to the dialogue. I don't think there's anything else I really need to show off, so this is probably where the montage is. Actually, no, there is one more thing I was going to show off. Contradicting myself as soon as I start up, but that's okay. Anyways, brand bag. And in addition to the brand bag, wait, there's more, a chewing soul. For 20k yen, why not? I don't know if we're going to get an opportunity to use that brand bag, though we might. Okay, and yeah, on to the next point of interest, and that should be the last thing I need to show for FES. And I may as well slot in the Persona 3 Portable amazing commodity here, even though this is more or less an FES montage. But on this Sunday, Tanaka in Portable is instead selling a Growth 3 card, which is not bad, although I've already duped all the ones I need. Better than that, though, is he's selling a couple rubies. That actually can be pretty helpful, so we'll definitely want to purchase this commodity. Definitely a much better commodities selection than what we got in FES, so definitely grab that one. Anyways, it's time to hang out with Akinari. Man, even in front of our own dorm, there's markings and these posters, and even the Lost are starting to creep up around here. It's kind of scary, honestly. And finally, we've got a pop quiz. December already? It's almost the end of the year. Let's not ruin our last month of the year together with laziness, okay? Remember, there's an exam next week. Didn't you guys just have exam? Time flies. The material on the exam begins on page 160, and will include what we go over in today's lesson, which is the definition of allotropy. The property of some elements to exist in two or more forms that are chemically identical yet physically discrete. Get it? I bet there's at least one allotrope you guys are familiar with. Let's see if you know what I'm talking about, Cullen. Which allotrope is for— oh wow, this is, for once, we've actually got a identical question between Reload, Portable, and FES. So I guess that's worth showing in its own way. So yeah, that's one that is actually the same, and it's a non-Edogawa question. Wow, we're setting new ground here. What the heck, I can sneak in one more thing. The reporter lady actually moved over to the mall on the 7th. Maybe it's just the exams motivated her to move. It happened again. I got warned by the boss just for gathering info. I was looking into Mr. Kirijo and Mr. Takutsuki's relationship, and the boss called me off. I asked him why, and all he gave me was the usual bull about not complaining. But this pattern, it's similar to the Gekkan student incidents. There's something else behind all this. I'm sure of it. This lady is intrepid. I admire her resolve.
Oh.
Good morning, Zeller-kun. Have you reached a decision about, you know, I'm not sure yet, honestly. Honestly, I'm scared. I wonder what everyone else is thinking. Amada-kun looked troubled too. Alright, Mitsuru, what do you have on the docket for today? Zeller. I have somewhere to be later. Would you like to join me? Yeah, I feel as if we can grow closer thanks to the Empress persona, Gabriel. I feel like I might grow closer to Mitsuru soon. Should I spend some time after school with Mitsuru? For sure, for sure. Thank you. The truth is, a friend of ours told me that I should go out and unwind. Normally I wouldn't give it another thought, but I admit it might do me some good this time. Shall we go then? Absolutely.
It's so simple. You just purchase a ticket at the window and then walk in to enjoy a film. This may sound silly to you, but I've always wanted to try the whole theater experience. Even though we sat at the end of the aisle, I didn't feel that my view was compromised in the least. It seems a lot of thought goes into the design and construction of a movie theater.
Glad you enjoyed it, Mitsuru. Honestly, it was a nice break from everything that's been going on recently.
It's thanks to you. I've never felt comfortable enough to come here alone. I'm sure most people don't consider this to be such a big deal. I imagine someone like Yukari would have no reservations seeing a movie by herself. She's likely more suited to riding a motorcycle than I am as well.
A motorcycle?
Yes, you must have seen it when I rode in to provide support for the team. However, that wasn't my original motivation for getting it. With a motorcycle, I can go where I want, when I want, all on my own. You could say it's my modest attempt at rebellion against the many restrictions of my life. After it was damaged, I considered letting go, but ultimately I decided to have it repaired instead. I don't regret it. Even now, I spend my time tuning it whenever I can.
Hey, we should go for a ride together.
Together? Just the two of us. Can you ride one on your own? Or do you plan to cling on behind me? Whichever it is, you've got your work cut out for you. In any case, you have my thanks. I'm feeling a lot better now.
Mitsuru is expressing her appreciation. I feel like our relationship has grown. And with that, we're already halfway done with this social link, and we just got it.
You know, I have to wonder, when my parents went through stressful times, maybe they had moments like this too. Sorry, I know this isn't the proper place to stand around chatting, but if it's all right with you, why don't we stay here a bit longer before heading back?
I passed some time with Mitsuru, then headed back to the dorm. Alrighty, a box on the counter for me. What I've ordered from the shopping program. Hey! Bunch of goodies. And, yeah, nobody has anything to say. But we can go for a walk with Koromaru, and you know what? I think that would be a wonderful way to pass the time. Let's do it. Koromaru is looking at me with pleading eyes. He seems to want to go for a walk. Yeah, we'll take him for a walk.
Oh, Senpai! And Koromaru-kun. Well, I'm still a little scared, but I was hoping I could slowly acclimate myself to being around dogs. It doesn't look like Koromaru-kun is the type that would bite people.
What?
I'd like to make friends with him. Maybe I'll bring some treats next time. Goodness, I'm sorry to interrupt your walk. If you'll excuse me.
Koromaru and I return to the dorm. Yo, Zeller. Even though we're about to face death, we're still going to school as if nothing's happened. It's kind of surreal, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll have to make up our minds sooner or later. Even as we speak, the deadline is drawing closer. I just hope we can find the right answer. Alright, everyone. Finals are almost here. Let's begin. Toho Kamiye Mitame. Today, I'll finally talk about our own country's folk magic. While you may think you know enough about it already, you probably don't know the half of it. The belief that magic is a questionable subject is becoming more common. But what is swept into the corners of society today was once central to it. It could even be said that Japan came to be in the first place thanks to magic. After all, Himiko of Yamataikoku was a shaman. She reportedly relied upon a type of shamanism called Kido when ruling her domain. Sadly, we have no way of knowing how her magic worked. The same is true for Prince Shotoku, who established a centralized government. He practiced onmyodo, so he was also a shaman of sorts. With origins like these, magic was naturally woven into the very fabric of Japan. In the Heian period, for example, the Bureau of Onmyo was established so that onmyoji could expel evil spirits, give spiritual advice, and train new practitioners. You may be familiar with it from the legend of Abe no Seme. Even in the age of the samurai, magicians had their part to play. There were many generals who studied divination alongside military tactics. They could be considered magicians. Say, are you still listening? Don't become mesmerized now. Here's a test to see if you are actually paying attention. Get it wrong, and I'll make some of your lingo taboo. Toho Kamiye Mitame. Now, who to pick this time? I choose these, Zeller. What sorcery was Himiko said to have used? Well, that would be Kido. Very good. Thank your Kodadama powers for that one. The ease of access to magic that Japanese citizens had continued up to the Edo period, but the new government formed during the Meiji Reformation stamped it out. Tsuchimikado Shinto, which had only been recently revived, faded away once more. I answered correctly. Everyone is looking at me with respect, but I don't really feel good about it. Do you ever get tired of talking to me, Mitsuru? Well, you're just gonna have to deal. I was considered stopping by the library before leaving. Oh, that's just the same as before. I see, you're a very diligent student.
Sorry to drag you along on this personal venture.
You looking for something specific, Mitsuru?
No, not exactly, but thank you. Looking through the literature section made me realize something. There are so many books about romance, but far fewer on the domestic life that comes after it. I wonder if that means the most exciting time in one's life comes prior to the wedding. Does everyone go into marriage with the expectation of losing something? The truth is, the group is in turmoil over the inheritance issue. And some of the older members are of the opinion that a student like me isn't up to the task. But I'm the daughter of the head of the group. I need to show that I can take the lead, even if I have to make sacrifices to do it.
That doesn't sound too good. I was gonna say you're the most competent person I know, so I can imagine you're up to the task, but what sacrifice could you possibly have to make?
Fiancé has been chosen for me. He's the new president of one of our affiliates, and he's much older than me. But if I agree to the marriage, the future of the company will be secured. He's planning to announce the partnership and our engagement at the same time. Doing so will give the appearance that the company is stable both inside and out. This is the best solution for everyone involved.
I didn't know. I want to say is it really, but I don't want to overstep my boundaries either.
Well, of course you didn't. You're the only person I've told so far. My mother and father walked the same path, so I won't run from my fate.
I don't know. I feel like I should do something about this.
You shouldn't make promises you can't keep. What could you possibly do? Still, though, hearing you say that almost makes me want to believe.
Mitsuru looks conflicted. I feel like our relationship has grown. I've been a little headstrong there, but I feel like Mitsuru at least appreciates the gesture, getting us to rank 6.
Say, recently I've been feeling a little hesitant about meeting up with you like this. I already made the decision to carry out my duty, but whenever I talk with you, my resolve begins to falter. Why do I feel this way when I'm with you? I think it would be best if we left off here for today. Sorry to do this after inviting you out here, but I need to head home and go over some paperwork on the partnership. Excuse me.
After parting ways with Mitsuru, I decided to return to the dorm. That girl never gives herself a break.
Hey.
Welcome back. It's already been a week since Ryoji-kun told us everything, huh? I couldn't sleep for 3 days after that. It feels weird being this scared. Everyone else is scared too, but let's keep it focused on Yukari here.
Yeah.
I think I'm only just now realizing no one really knows how much they take their lives for granted until they think there's a real possibility they might lose it. Alright, Junpei, Mitsuru, and Fuka have nothing to say. Ditto for Akihiko. Yukari still has a little bit more. When you saved us on that monorail, I thought I understood the weight of life, but it turns out it's actually way heavier than I thought. Hey! Ken is doing a little study session with Koromaru. Well, we don't really need to brush up our academics anymore, but it might be a good idea to spend some time with Ken. He could probably use the company. Zeller-san, I have some homework to do, but I'm having trouble getting started on it. By the way, Zeller-san, you'll have exams coming up, right? Well, in that case, why don't we study together? Yeah, absolutely!
very
You
much.
will? Thank you. Well then, let's do our best.
Sorry to bother you like this. I just had a hard time focusing when I tried doing my homework alone. Thank you for agreeing to study with me. Koromaru says he'll study with us too. Right, boy? It must be tough for you guys, having to think about tests at a time like this.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Why don't we just use it as an opportunity to steal our resolve? If we can make it through this test while this are going on, I think we've got a good head on our shoulders.
Huh? You're actually enjoying this? Even in the face of grave danger, you never give up. You fight back with all your might. Like a hero! That's so cool! Still, the only thing we can do is carry on and complete our schoolwork as always. What's the matter, Koromaru? Huh. He's got something in his mouth.
And we get, hey, a free Mad Bull. Might give me a little bit of extra pep during this study session.
Did you bring this here for us? Thanks, Koromaru. I guess he's trying to cheer us up. I shouldn't make him worry so much. Okay, time to study. If I have any questions, can I ask you for help? And done! That's it for my homework! Oh, you're still studying, aren't you? Is it okay if I stay here for a little while? I'll be sure not to bother you. Koromaru and I will be cheering you on. Good luck!
I continued studying with Amada and Koromaru by my side. We get a little bit of academic development there. Not super necessary, but you know what? It's these little moments that makes us really appreciate life.
Oh, are you all done now? Cool! Koromaru was with us the whole... Wait, what? Where did he go? Were you waiting for us to finish? I guess it's our turn to hang out with him. Thanks for studying with me today. If you're okay with it, I'd like to do this again sometime.
And I've had a pretty uneventful week thus far in Portable, but there are a couple things to show. First off, a lecture from Mr. Takenozuka. Not a quiz, though, just a lecture. Something that wasn't actually popping up in Persona 3 Reload. Exams start next Monday. We're a little ahead of schedule, so let's review the material. When I say electromagnetism, Lorentz force and Fleming's left-hand rule, sorry, I got a couple F's in succession there, should immediately come to mind. I won't be giving partial credit if you write right-hand rule. Got it? Okay, let's move on. Feel a little tired, but we'll stay awake. Sorry, what? Are you asking me if there's any tricks to getting smarter? Sure, there's an easy one. Doesn't even require any memorization. Here it is. Study! Honestly, how can you not know that? Write this down, because I'm about to erase it. Come on. You stayed up and listened to the lecture. Hey, I've got one that you can eat some sushi. That's worked out amazingly for the protagonist in Reload. Regardless, what we're actually here for, this is the bulk of what we'll be doing at this little interlude with Portable, but there is one other thing I want to show. Don't think that it's just this. Of course, we are going to be doing another lesson from Mr. Edogawa, so let's go in for yet another lesson. Not really a health lesson, but, you know, it brings you to the nurse's office. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get into the actual interesting dialogue here. Well then, shall we continue where we left off last time? I have a lot to cover, so I hope you're prepared. I'd like to hear it, Mr. Edogawa. I like your spirit. We've covered the basics, so now I'll teach you how to use all 78 major and minor arcana, as well as the basic spread. To review, the tarot is made of 22 major arcana and 56 minor arcana, for a total of 78 cards. Is that clear? All of these cards have their own meanings. Many are daunted by the full deck, because there are so many cards, but take heart! It is difficult to learn all the meanings, but leaving them all actually makes your reading easier. The more fine detail one has, the easier it is to create a story. I already explained about the major arcana, so let me give you an outline of the minor arcana. The minor arcana are divided into 4 classes called suits. Do you recall what I told you, that this is what common playing cards were modeled after? Wands, cups, swords, and coins correspond to clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. Each suit has 10 numbered cards, ranging from ace to 10, as well as 4 face cards, or king, queen, knight, and page, unlike the free face cards in common decks. The page is sometimes called prince, though he's essentially a knight in training. The 4 face cards are called court cards. That term will come up again, so remember it well. There are 14 types in total between the pip cards, or number cards, and the face or court cards. These 14 types have 4 cards each, for a total of 56 cards in the minor arcana. And now you know the makeup of the minor arcana. Now, as how to use them in a reading, it's actually the same way as the major arcana. Keep in mind the meaning of each card and the direction it faces, and use your inspiration to create a story. In the minor arcana, each suit number and court type has its own meaning. The best way to memorize these may be to imagine them in a 4x14 grid, each of the 4 suits' meaning in brief. Wands for planning and growth, cups for love and sentiment, swords for trials, and coins for wealth. As for the basic meaning of each of the number cards, ace is the beginning, 2 is balance, 3 is growth, 4 is stability, 5 is change, 6 is balance again, 7 is a new start, 8 is success, 9 is attainment, and 10 marks terminus, or the end. Court cards represent people and their strengths. It should be the client or other people involved. The page represents children and the offering of information. The knight is youth and overflowing energy. The queen represents adult females, while the king represents mature males. It's said that to grasp the meaning of the cards, it's important to communicate with them. Now then, let's move on to the method using all the arcana to tell fortunes. The basic procedure is the same, you'll just be using more cards. Even for the Fool's deck of 78, you must first shuffle, then cut, spread, and read. The type of spread you use affects the procedure more than the number of cards in use. But don't get me wrong, the spread I'll be covering is done with this procedure too. Now for a change in subject, I'll explain the types of spreads. Last time we used a 1-card spread, so today we'll examine the other typical spreads. First, remember that the spread is chosen according to the nature of the question. Do you want to answer a single question, or do you want an overall picture of the general future? Use the spread that best fits the request you have in mind. For example, if you want to tell the client's past, present, and future, why don't you use a 3-card spread where you simply lay out 3 cards? Adding a card produces the 4-card spread, identifying past, present, nature of the problem, and future. If you use a 7-card hexagram spread with a single card placed in the center of a hexagon, you can read both the nature of the problem and the countermeasure against it. There is also a spread called Question and Answer, involving 2 choices. This reading is done by setting 2 countermeasures against the question. Finally, the most well-known spread is the classic Celtic cross. It's suited to telling fortunes with only the major arcana, and used often both by beginners and experts. Arrange 2 cards crossing each other in the center, then 1 more on all 4 sides of the cross. Then place a pillar of 4 cards, known as the Spear of Destiny, next to it to the right. The cross of 6 cards represents the overall situation, with the 4 to the right making it concrete. Again, this forms the 10-card spread known as the Celtic cross. There are other spreads, like the horseshoe, which is diamond, or the 7 candles of life. And I've heard rumors of so-called normal, triangle, and cross spreads. Hey! There are far too many for me to teach you, so look into it yourself if you're interested. Oof, I believe it's time for my afternoon tea. We'll end here for today, and we'll continue whenever I feel like it. Well, I hope you feel like it by next video, because that's, well, okay, 2 videos from now, because, spoilers, we got some Tartarus gameplay coming up in our very near future. But that's something we'll get to later. Speaking of stuff we'll be getting to later, is it just me, or does the colors feel, I don't know, just, like, a little off here? It feels a little dour in the Polonia Mall now. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Regardless, I pointedly left out the Club Escapade NPCs in the roundup of NPC chatter in FES, because we have a unique NPC in Portable, so I may as well grab all these when I come here in Portable anyway. Would you like to know your fortune? Yes, please. Very well. A girl falls under the full moon. A boy walks amidst the shadow, and the boy himself is shadow. A child who bears shadows within. The immense shadow approaches its depth, unfathomable, its extent without limit. It comes to end all things, the darkness hidden by the shining heavens. How will you stand against such a fate? Farewell then, may your future be bright, if we have much of a future. She can't go through the day without her fortune. This is bordering on addiction. What should I do? Maybe I should ask Mama. Wouldn't it be weird to get a fortune teller's advice on shaking addiction to fortune telling? I'm really lost. Complicated situation. Remember I told you how I forgot to check my fortune and started to sweat? Now I check my fortune first thing in the morning, after I wake up. If I forget to check it, I can't get through the day without sweating. You got problems, lady. There's something I'd like you to accept. Battle leotard. Of all women, the most beautiful are ladies who fight. That's because they're not so easily attained. Yes, you may say that ladies are like roses. I want to steal your heart away. You never take notice of me. You're within reach, yet I can have you. The thrill. I would like to just bring my Naginata into the club going forward. I'm not picking up what this guy's putting down. Dude, check out my arm. Whenever I feel something off, I get goosebumps. I get them when I'm just walking down the street. Isn't this town weird, man? Things have been strange recently. Hey, you, buddy, what's up with you? Hey, what are you at? Oh, it's you. Maybe I'll hire you if we need an extra hand. I wish this guy had new stuff to say after Mutatsu had just cleared out from here. Anyways, this guy, every day is more of the same betrayal and acting on my ridiculous desires. I wonder if I'm gonna have that dream again tonight. Shit, I feel like I'm going insane. Doesn't have too much to say, but keep him in mind. He will become not necessarily important to our things later, but he has have something interesting come up later. Anyway, that's all for Portable. Let's close this video out with Reload, as we are wont to do.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking. I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Elizabeth said that a previously blocked path is now open. I should check it out next time I go to Tartarus.
Hello.
How does everyone seem regarding that discussion? They're thinking pretty hard about it.
Right.
I see. I feel the same as others. But we can't continue on like this forever. We should talk with everyone tonight. Hey, conveniently, we just got a new path opened up in Tartarus. Maybe we'll be able to do some expeditions to get our mind off of it. Regardless, we of course got to talk with Mitsuru for today, and get that social link done with as soon as possible. If you don't have any plans, I'd like to stop by somewhere before heading back. Alright, cool. Go and get some more fast food, Mitsuru. Better watch out, that stuff will creep up on you. Thank you. I'm grateful you always make time for me, but still, I'm not sure if I should order the same thing as last time or try something completely new.
I think I've acquired a taste for fast food. Just the other day, I had the urge to ride my motorcycle out at night to buy some. It's your fault that I'm having these temptations now, you know. Do you remember when I told you I was hesitant to meet up with you like this? I'd like it if you could forget I ever said that. We both sleep under the same roof. There's no point in stressing over it. And besides, I just need to steel my resolve. Say, I have just one favor to ask. Could you continue to show me new places like this? Just until graduation. I'd like to see more of this world that I've been so blind to. Or is that too selfish a request?
Hey, think nothing of it, Mitsuru. This is the kind of thing that friends are for. Besides, you need to get out and let your hair down a bit more.
Thank you. Let's make some wonderful memories with what little time we have left. You've taught me so many new things. Whether you're taking command in battle or just talking with me like this. As long as I have these memories of you, I'll be all right. Or so I hope.
I can sense Mitsuru's resolve. Our relationship has grown. Well, I will say, that was a luckier 7 than what we got out of Mamoru, so, nice little bit of levity, all things considered.
Now then, the day is still young. You promised me your time. I'd like you to make good on that now.
I hung out with Mitsuru until it was time to return to the dorm.
All right. It looks like everyone's here now.
Well, it's been a week. What's our plan?
You okay, Fuka?
You're just so calm, Yukari-chan.
I mean, panicking's not gonna solve anything. Besides, it's been such a drag around here all week, and no one will go to Tartarus.
You're absolutely right. We humans are quite resilient. With enough time, we can adapt to any situation. So, how about it, everyone? It's time we discuss this.
Have you made up your mind, Sanada-san?
No, but I don't plan on running away.
So you're going to fight Nyx?
I don't know. I mean, it supposedly can't be defeated. What about you? What are your thoughts on it?
Honestly, this is the first time I've ever really contemplated my own death. In any case, we have to choose one way or the other. I obviously don't want to suffer, but that means we'd have to take a life. Not to mention, we die no matter what we do.
Then, do we all agree that we don't want to hurt Ryoji-kun?
Is that how you feel?
Me?
That's fair. I mean, it's not exactly normal to pick how you're gonna die. What about you, Junpei? Have you decided?
Nah.
What's the matter? Scared?
What the hell is wrong with you? You think this is a joke?
Junpei,
This is death we're talking about here. Of course I'm scared. And here you all are, just chatting it up like it's a goddamn picnic. Can't you see? We're all gonna die!
Then what do you think we should do? Do you want to kill him?
There's nothing I can do. He's the only one who can kill him. Hey! This whole thing is your fault. You had that thing inside you and didn't even know it. You raised it, damn it! If it weren't for you, none of this would have happened!
Junpei!
You're supposed to be special, right? Then do something about it!
Junpei, the sad thing is he kind of touched on something there we kind of did know. We just didn't tell anyone. I don't think we can just run from this.
Stop it, Junpei. It's not his fault. And the only reason we even have a choice is because he carried it.
God damn it, I know! It doesn't matter how many times I tell myself. I know this doesn't fix anything. It scares the hell out of me!
I know how you feel, Junpei-kun.
We're all scared. I'm scared too.
Me too. I've never felt so cornered in my life. I can't stop shaking.
Same here. We're all in the same boat. And hey, I'm sorry for teasing you earlier. I just don't want to forget everything. I've learned so much since coming here.
Yuka-tan, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you like that.
I don't think any of us can blame you right now, Junpei. So don't worry about it. Right?
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. I do kind of like this moment with Junpei. You know, he's had his ups and downs, but he still has those vulnerabilities that he has to work through. But right here and now, he kind of realized where he misstepped, and let's be honest here, he's not exactly wrong about a couple of things.
I'm sorry. I knew the truth deep down, but still, sorry for being a dick.
All right. Let's put a pause on any unnecessary gatherings for now. Ryoji said he'll be back on New Year's Eve. Let's just try to go about our lives until then. We have some time, so let's consider our options while we still can.
Well, after that pretty tense scene, we've got some more dialogue. Not too surprising, really. First person I'm actually going to talk to, though, is Fuka. Can I help you? And yes, we can, in fact, go to Tartarus tonight. There are people that already have plans, so they can't go tonight. I guess, of course, you can call it plans, I guess. But, yes, we will be going to Tartarus this evening. I think all of us, and especially Junpei, need the opportunity to blow off some steam. But before we do that, let's get everybody's thoughts. Well, everybody's continuing thoughts, I suppose. I wonder if Ryoji-kun will really come back for New Year's Eve. What is he doing now? Is he crying like before? I do wish we got more insight into what Ryoji is doing. Koromaru is always so calm and collected. Dogged, really. He was at the shrine all by himself. I want to be more like Koromaru. I don't want to be stuck in the past anymore. Aragaki-san kept me alive for a reason. Good attitude, Ken, good attitude. I'd considered the possibility that we could simply stop Ryoji from initiating the fall. But it appears that it isn't a possibility after all. And if we kill him, we lose our memories, but still we'll be unable to prevent it. Yeah. Don't worry about what Junpei said earlier, okay? You know all that stuff about how Ryoji-kun was inside you? No one thinks it's your fault. You're still you, the same person now as you've always been. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the whole Faros thing to ourselves for now. Might cause more tensions. What would he do at a time like this? He'd probably fight the end of the world with all he had. Yeah, that's what he would do. I honestly, yeah, think so, I think so. Sorry about that earlier, man. I know you've been helping me out all this time. But you know that sinking feeling when you hit a dead end? Yeah, it sucks. He is just lashing out at anything that he can. But yeah, we're gonna be going to Tartarus. Next time we'll be back in there, and, well, not exactly having fun, but maybe just a little bit of, unreleased aggression, or released aggression, will let us will do some good for our psyche going forward. And, hey, maybe we could get some power that would actually let us stand up against Nyx. Am I being too hopeful with that? I guess we'll just have to see. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.